Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. We have 3 amazing cards to help to guide you into whichever of these readings is really singing to you. So, beautiful souls, today is Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome everyone. Welcome back. If you are returning to the channel, if you follow these readings, follow the channel here and follow all of the readings that I do. Welcome if you are new. Thank you so much for checking us out. So, very, very, very interesting energy around today. Feels very quite bubbly, but we will see. Who knows what we are to be shown. Today we are asking for an important and immediate message that you need to hear from Spirit. What is it that Spirit wishes to tell you about or let you know about, give you the heads up about? And we're going to look at the next 7 days. See whatever message comes through, how is that panning out? Is there any additional guidance you need from that first message? Anything else you need to know about for the coming week? So we have these 3 cards. I'm going to draw a rune and a charm as well because it's Sunday and that's what I do with my Sunday readings. If you're new, I always draw a rune and a charm as well. Sometimes we get more than one charm, sometimes we get more than one rune. But I'm going to show you the cards first. The timestamps are in the description below as always, so you can check them out and I will put them in a comment as well. And also any of the cards that I'm using today, I list them all below so you can check out in the description or in my comment as well. I'll put them there too. So beautiful pack of cards we have here. This is the I Am Queen Oracle. I love these cards. So we have for pile 1, we have Queen of Pure Essence. This is for pile 1. For pile 2, we have the Queen of Abundance. This is for pile 2. And for pile 3, we have the Queen of Innocence. Isn't that gorgeous? So the Queen of Pure Essence, the Queen of Abundance, and the Queen of Innocence. Now, I'm just going to put these counters out. This makes it a little bit easier for you to see the charms if you're just kind of focusing on them. I should let you know the numbers, just in case the numbers are important to you as well. So the numbers are number 8 for the Queen of Pure Essence. We have number 35 for the Queen of Abundance and number 30 for the Queen of Innocence, just in case those numbers are important to you. So we'll look at the charm and the rune for each. Oh, this is really quick. It's a very pointy arrow. This is what has come through for pile 1. Just going to put that there. Very, very pointy arrow. Let me just make sure that camera is focusing for you as well. And your rune is the rune of Algiz. This is protection. Okay, so that's pile 1. Pile 2, you have a beautiful, beautiful dragonfly. Okay, that is pile 2's charm. And your rune is the rune of, this is signs, signals, synchronicities. Gosh, I'm having a mental block. I think this is the brain freeze that you get sometimes having, some of you will know, I recently lost my mum and I think it's part of that process. I'm definitely having moments when I can't connect to like a name of something that I know really, really well. Bear with me, I'm just going to check this for you. Let me just check in my book. This is the book I use, Ralph Blum. I love this book for the rune interpretations. Actually, no, it's not. Yeah, I am having a brain freeze. It's not Anzus, the rune of signs and signals. This is Fehu. Fehu is the rune of possessions, of nourishment, of ambition satisfied. Very, very interesting rune with a card of abundance. Okay, I shall say no more. We'll find out from the reading what this is about. Then we have your charm. For pile 3, you have a very, very beautiful moon. Very beautiful moon. So that's for pile 3. And your rune is Berkana. This is the rune of growth. Okay. Obviously, we'll go into depth when we get to each of the readings and really look at the meanings of these runes as well. But there we have it. So you have your rune, you have your charm, you have your card. Beautiful souls, lean into your intuition. Just trust your gut feeling. Listen to whichever of the cards, the runes, the charms are really kind of reaching out to you or resonating with you. And I'm going to leave the video running for just a few moments longer for anyone that wants a little bit more time. If you find that you are drawn to more than one reading, that can very often happen. It just means there is almost certainly more than one message coming through for you today. And it may be that you could be drawn to a rune from one pile and a charm from another and a card from another, but just go with it. Whatever you're feeling, check them out and see. Beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings in just a moment. If you need even more time, then I'll leave this running for a few moments, but if you need even more time, just press the pause button. Wonderful people, thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. You have the Queen of Pure Essence, and you have Algiz, the rune of protection, and this very pointy, direct kind of arrow. Now, as I was putting these cards in, bringing your oracle cards in, this one, can you see on the top, it just like slid itself across beautifully. So I think this is your card. I'm not even going to pick up and shuffle. You have Seek the Truest Self. How interesting. Look at the way this mask is coming off. Seek the truest self, the Queen of Pure Essence. That's really beautiful. That energy is aligning really, really well. Let's see what else we are showing. We have this card showing up. Regret. Okay. Very interesting energy. Regret. And I am actually seeing this one. I think that's right. Doesn't feel quite right. May we kindly have, here we are, there is your card. Pelican, love, motherhood. Okay, right, very, very interesting oracle cards. I'm going to draw your tarot cards as well before we dive into your reading. May we kindly have an immediate message for my beautiful pile 1, and we will then look also at the week ahead. May we kindly have a message for my pile 1. I'm seeing all of these. I sort of feel like these need to sit to one side, and this one, but these need to be looked at first, I think. I'm going with those. Okay, let's look at these first. We have the 5 of Swords, okay, the 4 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. Okay. Now I'm going to just move these along, make sure we can get, I think, all of these cards in your top row. I think we can do that. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Everything can fit really well together, which I think is part of the message for you. Something's going to come together with the 2 of Cups. There's something, yeah, definitely, that is going to kind of, I almost want to say, get resolved. That's what I'm really seeing in your reading here, my beautiful pile 1. This is, this is about freeing you from something. Something's either resolved or you are freed from some kind of element of self-doubt or any kind of conflict. Even with the 5 of Swords and then the 4 of Cups. He looks really grumpy. I feel like it's like something is getting fixed here, and it's getting fixed fast with this arrow. This is a seriously fast, pointy arrow. And yet it's interesting because Algiz actually sometimes sort of advises patience. But I kind of want to say something's coming to an end. I feel that there's something that's coming to an end is something of, now whether this is being sort of arriving in your external circumstances, even if it's something going on around you, the core of this is to do with something inside of you. It's to do with you not believing that you are enough. You know, the Queen of Pure Essence, she knows who she is. She has no issues with being herself. And seek the truest self is literally almost speaks of trauma, the kind of trauma that causes us to feel that we'll never be good enough, or that what we won't come to us, what we want. Even the pelican is about rising above, rising above something, moving beyond something. With the Two of Cups, it's interesting. I mean, if any of you have any issues within any kind of connection to other people that are about love, that's about love, feeling like you don't deserve or it won't happen to you, or if you're in a situation where there is a conflict with someone, it's going to get resolved, actually. And that is what this message is actually about. Your first primary message is that something is to be resolved, and it will be resolved fast. But right at the core of it, whatever the circumstances are in which it is emerging, right at the core of it, this is about something deep within you, and that's the real issue that's being resolved. It's being fixed. It's being sorted. And I think with the card of regret, it's also, this is something that has affected different areas of your life. So, for example, I'm just giving an example of the energy, but if you've had, let's say you have had some challenging relationships where you were never able to have a voice, or you couldn't speak up and you didn't feel able to stand up for yourself or just be your truest self, or you always felt that you had to sort of like, you were second best, or you had to hide behind a mask, or you had to comply or be what other people wanted, or you had to put other people first. This is being resolved. And what's really happening here is whatever's going on externally, it's right at the core that this is being fixed. Now, I'm not quite sure how it's being fixed, but it's the regret card is telling me that this has been within you and it has had an impact. So, for example, tuning back into that energy, it would be like you struggling to meet people who would really value you, for example, because deep down inside, some part of you kind of almost didn't quite believe it was possible. And whatever is now currently being resolved, the real bit that's being resolved is the inner issue. And that's amazing. Now, the question is, I guess, what is happening in the realness of your world? I mean, it may just be that this is part of the overall upgrade that you are experiencing. This may be like attending. You may have been experiencing a whole series of events over the last maybe year or so. I would venture to say maybe the last 2 to 3 years is coming through, maybe even 4 or 5 years. Interesting, isn't it? We have number 3. So we've got 2, 3, 4 and 5 showing up as cards. There's something about something that's been percolating within you where you've overcome a series of obstacles and different things. It's kind of like, I remember a long time ago when I did my very first ever counselling course, and this, I am going back a long time. I will not reveal my age today, but it's a long time ago. And I remember at the end of that training, which was really, it was ultimately a 6-year training. And from start to finish, I remember saying to somebody at the end, I'm still the same person, but I'm completely different. And I know that they knew what I meant. We were talking about how much we had grown, how much we'd evolved. And it really is. It's like you're the same, but you're different. I hope this is actually exactly the same kind of essence and energy that in fact, this is the sort of feedback that's coming through from people on my tarot course, actually. It's a journey of soul evolution. The students have been saying it's like when, we're not the same people, we're different people, we've grown, which I am loving. Thank you so much, all of you, for that feedback. My course, by the way, is currently half price. It's in honour of my mum's passing, so do jump on board if you're interested in doing the course. We'll check it out anyway if you are. Now, beautiful souls, let's see what we're being shown as to how this is emerging. We have the Lovers. What what's happening. I think this might be giving us an indication of the week ahead. We've got the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Two of Wands. Gosh, things are moving forwards this week for you. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Wands. How interesting that it sits under the Five of Swords. We've got the Page of Swords. We have the Five of Cups. And then we have the Devil right at the top. Okay, this is interesting, my beautiful souls. So I am going to place that up there. The Lovers is principally a card of choice. So I actually think this week, I think you are faced with a choice this week. And you may actually this week, and this may even be around you right now, I think you may be in a circumstance where there is someone around you who, or a circumstance around you that feels a bit disappointing, a bit gossipy, a bit dramery with the Page of Swords. Maybe even somebody who's jealous of you. Actually, yeah, I think some of you might be in a circumstance where somebody is a bit envious or a bit jealous of you. They're jealous of your purity. They're jealous of your inner strength. Very, very interesting. What you're actually being shown, and this is definitely part of your message, what you're being shown here is almost like, it's like a window that looks back, probably way back into childhood, as to why you were sort of put down. You know, there's something here about that core wound being healed. And I think you absolutely see why that happened. You were a real bright spark. You were a jewel. You still are. You absolutely still are. I almost feel like some of you had to sort of almost go underground. Like the mask you created was the mask that was needed. The irony is to protect yourself, to protect your purity. I don't think you ever lost your purity or your light. It might have felt a bit like a little candle, a little bit of a candle in the wind at times. I don't think you've ever lost your purity, despite everything, which is pretty amazing. I think this is a week where whatever is going on around you, I think you see it for what it is. And instead of that beautiful light within you feeling like it's becoming like a little candle, a tiny flame, I don't think it loses its strength at all. It's almost as if you recognize it's because people have been envious of you. It's because people are jealous of you. This is really reminding me of that wonderful poem, the writing. Nelson Mandela used it in his inauguration speech. It was written by Marianne Williamson. I'm just going to press the pause button and see if I can find it. Bear with me, because I'm pretty certain I've got a copy here. And if I can find it, I'm going to read it to you. My beautiful pile one, I found it. I will read it to you. So, our deepest fear is not that we are... Oh, my printer's making noises. I just printed it out because I knew I had it on file. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. You were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we consciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. This is you. This is what's getting resolved right now in the situation that's going on around you. And this is you owning your amazingness. This is what your reading is all about. And I hope, even just in tuning into that writing, that there is, if there's any kind of struggle within you. It's interesting with the Four of Pentacles. We really see him clinging to something. This is about not clinging to any kind of belief or anything that says you can't be yourself. Just be yourself in your absolute amazingness. Whatever this situation is, it's resolving right at the core of your very being. There is a situation around you, and this is the week when I think you begin to really, you fix it very directly by being you. I'm going to draw some additional cards just to see how this pans out a little bit more and to see if we can get any more information for you, my beautiful Power One. But in essence, this is what your message is about, and this is what we're seeing in the week ahead. Okay, let's ask for more information for the week, or just anything else that we can see to assist. Now we have these cards coming through. Let's look at these first. I do actually feel we've got this one and that one on the base of the pack as well, perhaps even that one too. Okay, we have the Hierophant. Okay, that's very interesting. We've then got the Eight of Flamingos. This is the Eight of Swords. We've got the King of Flamingos, so the King of Swords. The Queen of Oysters. This is the Queen of Pentacles. Temperance, and then we have the Eight. You've got two eights. How interesting. So things are moving forwards. The Eight of Oysters. This is the Eight of Pentacles. So what you actually have around you this week is a circumstance where I think in some ways, I think you almost want to fight against it or rebel against it with the Hierophant. Sometimes it's like there's a tradition or a structure or a way that there's an expectation. People think that you should do something in a particular way, or even a bit like what I would call a family pattern or a tradition or something like that. There's something going on around you this week, and actually I think you're feeling a bit like there are expectations that you will behave in a particular way, and you don't. That's what I'm seeing here. You absolutely don't. I want to say you do it your way. This is a fabulous combination with the King of Flamingos and the Queen of Oysters. So King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a really, really solid, earthy, profound energy. She's grounded. She's really, really anchored. I always think the Queen of Pentacles is like the Queen of Self, kind of almost like she looks after herself. She looks after her physical well-being. She understands things in a very grounded way. I think there's expectations or assumptions, could even be projections. There's something going on around you this week where there are expectations, or you break family tradition. You do it differently. You do it your way. And I think with Temperance, it's kind of literally you pull something out of the bag. You are able to, you pull something off. You're able to work at, you can commit to something, or you kind of work through the essence of that core internal perspective or belief through a circumstance. But really what I see is you do it your way. You do your own thing. You do it your way. And this is absolutely fabulous. It really, really is. I'm seeing this in such a good way. Such a good way. And you kind of realise that you can. You kind of realise you don't have to comply. You don't have to do it in the way that it's expected. You don't have to buy into something. In many ways, with the Devil up here, I think you sort of cut cords to a traditional way of doing something, or an expectation that you'll respond in a particular way. And I think it's fabulous, actually, really clear cut. And just with Algis, the rune of protection, I mean, this is about right action. You say the right thing, you do the right thing. And I think it comes easily to you, if I'm really honest. I feel like, I don't think there is any need to sort of bear a grudge or be hooked in. Somebody might even try to I don't know whether I say try to hook you in, but really it's less of a hook. I just sort of feel this is where you exert your own free will and conscious choice. You know, however you approach the circumstances around you, you do it your way, and you do it that way because you can, and it's lovely. This feels like a real affirmation, actually, as a reading for you, pile one. So yeah, this is what I'm seeing. Wow, amazing. Beautiful souls, have an incredibly fantastic week. I am loving your energy. Absolutely loving your energy. This is like becoming whole and complete in yourself, you know, and I just feel like the world will be your oyster, actually, because I think the more that we are whole and complete, but we stand in the pure essence of who we are, we put aside past regrets, we just stand in where we are, we don't buy into stuff, we are just whole, complete, we feel solid, grounded, but we are stationed in love. You know, that's what comes through here as well. You know, whatever disappointments there are, whatever's going on around you, you remain centered. You're just not, yeah, you don't buy into something. You do something that is right for you, and you make a clear choice. And I think this is fab. I really, really do. Pile one, this is your reading. I am sending you the biggest hug ever. Way to go. This is amazing. Tons and tons of love. And I look forward to seeing you for some other readings. And thank you so much, all of you who are subscribing. Don't forget to press the little bell icon as well if you want to make sure you never, ever miss a reading. Hopefully they'll come into your stream. Thank you for sharing and sharing your stories. That's amazing. It is wonderful to, you know, hear what's going on. I do read your comments. I can't reply to them all, but I do read them. You guys are amazing, and thank you for being here, and thank you also all of you who've been checking out my tarot course. It is amazing to be working with you in such a sort of like in such a spiritual way, in terms of how we really engage at depth with our readings and, you know, work within an ethical framework. Again, it's all about right action. So thank you all of you who've been signing up too. It's such a privilege to be working with you, and it's a privilege to be connecting with all of you here. It really is. Beautiful souls, tons of love. Pile two, welcome to your reading. Oh, your first card coming through already. Let's get an immediate message for you and find out what is happening as well in the week ahead. We'll ask for any information that we can. I'm seeing both of these coming through for you. We'll draw your oracle cards first. May we kindly ask for an immediate message. That's not feeling right. An immediate message for my beautiful pile twos. Actually, it's this one. Okay, so we have for your oracle cards, you've got have tea with the birds. That's really rather gorgeous and delicious. Look at this bird arriving with a message. There's an envelope in its beak. How interesting. Have tea with the birds. Queen of Abundance. Gosh, I wonder if you receive a letter or something quite important. Now, Fehu. This is about ambitions satisfied. I wonder if you receive a communication of some sort that is really quite, well, opens something up for you. Willpower and passion, Tiger. And Firefly, simplicity, childhood. Gosh, but this feels like you're being like a bright spark. And then forgive. We have the card of forgive. You have a message arriving. Let's draw your tarot cards. May we kindly ask for an immediate message for my beautiful pile twos. I'm seeing these and this one, and that one, and that one too. Okay, let's look at what we have. We have for you 4 of Pentacles and 8 of Swords. Very interesting energy here. Okay. Willpower, passion, have tea with the birds. I think you need to get a bird's eye view of something here. We've got a beautiful hummingbird here. I'm seeing you quite hemmed in by something here. What is it you need to let go of or forgive? What else do we have for you here? Four of Cups. Three of Wands. Four of Swords. Lots of fours. So there's quite a stationary energy around you that needs to be, there's something that you're needing to contemplate here. Ten of Pentacles. Wow, fantastic. The Empress. The Five of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Right, I am actually seeing something. I'm beginning to understand what your reading is about. Now, beautiful pile 2. I think there will be some form of communication coming in for you here. I think this sort of communication is basically, it's like an opportunity. There's an invitation to do something. And this reading, your primary message is asking you to, or suggesting that it would be really worth going for it. For some reason, it's almost as though you could get tangled in what I would call the what if thinking, which the Eight of Swords is very much about. You know, what if this might go wrong? What if that might go wrong? What if, what if, what if? I think there is an opportunity, and I think it leads you on a pathway to abundance, whatever abundance would be for you, you know. Ambition satisfied, something joyous. Now this rune can also indicate that something unexpected arrives, or something arrives in a shape or a form that is not what you would normally, like it arrives differently. It would be like an opportunity arriving, and you know, it's like, I don't know, like if you were looking for, if abundance for you would be finding your ideal partner, this is just an example, then this would be like meeting someone who's not your usual type. If abundance would be getting the incredible job of a lifetime, it might not be exactly the job that you thought would be your perfect job, but it will be. There's something here that you are being asked to step up into. Not tie yourself, don't cling to safety, not tie yourself into some kind of, like all the what if thinking, this could go wrong, that could go wrong, it won't work out. You are being offered an opportunity of some sort. Now, if this isn't around you already, I think it will be coming soon. And it really is, it's like a bright spark, it's something coming in. With this sort of balloon, the Forgive card, I think this is literally saying to you, it's really, really worthy of taking. This is one of those things that you might regret if you didn't take it. It's got that kind of energy. Not quite sure what else the Forgive card. It's got a very interesting energy because it's kind of like it's like you're being lifted. Back here, you're above something. You're rising above something. I think you need to see something from that bird's eye view, or like looking down from above. If you get out of your own head and you get that overview, that bird's eye view, I think you'll see that there's a real opportunity here with the Three of Wands. Even the Four of Swords, look how this is, she's elevated. Sitting on a cloud, she's elevated. I think you need to rise above a situation and recognize that you are being guided to something. There's some form, there's a pathway to abundance. There's a pathway to an ambition that you want. There's something you desire, and it is coming to you. And part of the transformation is that something is going on, or there's an opportunity within a situation. And the concern, I think, of Source of Spirit is almost that you won't seize it. But it really is an amazing opportunity. You've got the Ten of Pentacles bang in the middle. You've got the Empress, a card of happiness. Again, a card of abundance. Even the Five of Wands, which can be quite competitive or suggest quite a difficult choice. Even the Five of Wands is a card that looks really victorious and cheerful and joyous. in considering your options in terms of this opportunity, I really want to say don't miss this opportunity. Don't miss it. However this arrives, for some it literally could be an invitation to something. Don't dismiss. I would sort of say, if you don't know what this is already, then over the next week, do not dismiss anything. Anything that arrives that you might normally have thought, oh, that's not my bag, or oh, that would just take up too much time, or whatever it is, anything that arrives unexpectedly, this is unexpected gains, rewards, ambitions satisfied. Just keep that overview and recognize, well, actually, that this is the key to something. This is a pathway to something. And it's worthy of jumping on board and going for it with the Knight of Wands. So however it arrives, this is leading you on a pathway to something. So however unexpected it is, whatever it is, this is like seize the moment. I want to get some more cards around forgive. What is the forgive card about, please? May we kindly ask, what is the forgive card? We've got the World, and we've got the Page of Cups. Okay. This could be someone coming back into your world for some of you. There could be an opportunity for you to put something down, maybe. The World is a card of completion. But I think someone comes along and offers you the world. I wonder if some of you are revisiting something. Let's draw more cards and find out about the week ahead. Can we get the lay of the land, please, on the week ahead, and more information for my pile twos, please? And these two. Okay, so you have the Nine of Oysters. This is the Nine of Pentacles. Look at her knocking on the door. Something's knocking on your door. There's an offer. Okay. There's definitely something, like I want to start saying, opportunity knocks. And even with the Page of Cups, something's being offered to you, being given to you. And it's the route to the world. I'm not quite sure. I think with the forgive card, maybe we are literally just being shown you rising above something. Also, I think this would be one of those opportunities if retrospectively you didn't take it, you'd be like kicking yourself. Maybe there is even a situation that reminds you of something, hence, the simplicity childhood. Maybe there's something of the child part of you that gets activated and you're in that what if scenario. But I think literally opportunity is knocking for you here. There's an opportunity to do something. With the Seven of Oysters, the Seven of Pentacles, this is about you with judgment, making a decision. It's like choosing where you place your energy. King of Swords is about being direct. Make that decision. Make that choice. Seize the moment. We have the Queen of Peppermills. She is, I think we might need to move these along quite significantly to get all our cards in. Let me move these along for you. Okay. You have rather, not me, we collectively as a reader, I suppose. So King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, so she's the Queen of Transformation. We have the Three of Cups, Three of Hats, the Ten of, oh my goodness me, Ten of Pentacles showing up twice, and then the King of Cups. Wowza. Wowza, wowza, wow. All this is telling me is just reinforcing the same message. The energy around you is that something is going to knock on your door. There's an invitation. If you know what this is already, if you're already in a scenario where you're doing the sort of the what if, I don't know whether I will, then this would suggest, obviously you have conscious free will and choice, but this would suggest that it is worthy basically of stepping up. I think this is offering you the world. There's something here that is really powerfully positive. There's whatever abundance is for you. You are to be gifted with almost like the route to get it. So try not to go in, it's like basically get out of your own way, seize control of your mind and move this forwards. You do need this week, I think, to make a decision, actually. So it will be a sort of a yay or nay, but I honestly want to say anything that comes through that feels like you're thinking, it's just too much aggravation, or it will be too much like hard work, or whatever that is, or the what if this goes wrong, what if that goes wrong, or whatever that is. Empower yourself and go for it. That's kind of what your reading is suggesting. It reminds me of that film with Jim Carrey in it. It was a Jim Carrey film where he says yes to everything. Even if he thinks it's going to be absolutely awful, he just says, this is what he's doing. He's saying yes to absolutely everything. And his whole world, of course, needless to say, changes. And ultimately, with all the ups and downs, it changes, in a magnificent way. But it's kind of like he had to get into a yes frame of mind rather than a no frame of mind or a what if frame of mind to embrace the possibilities. And that's what we're seeing here. I think this is your reading pile too. Really, really interesting. Whatever this is for you, this is a pathway to something that you really, really want. It's a dream, an ambition, a desire. And you're being gifted with the route to it. And I think you see the result of that somehow. You've got the King of Cups right at the end here. So I do. I think this is taking you where you need to go. I mean, wow. 10 of Pentacles showing up twice. This is like the lottery win. This really is. This is absolutely the lottery win of the tarot. This is, this is the spark, the creative spark with Firefly that lights something up. And it can blossom, it can flourish. Magic, absolutely magic. My beautiful souls, have an amazing week. Keep us posted in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for being here. Beautiful souls, thank you all those of you who have been signing up to my tarot course. It's amazing to have you on board. If you're interested in learning to read, literally and potentially work professionally, and we have a very big vision in our little tarot community that we are building with the course. It's very much a course of soul evolution, so it's very, very different to, we do all the traditional learning as well, but there's so much more. If you're interested, do check it out. Thank you those of you who have. Thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss a reading. And just thank you for letting people know about the channel. Tons and tons of love, Pile 2. This, do keep me posted. I'm really interested to know how this is, because it kind of feels like, I feel like you're going to see a result. It will be one of those, at the end of the week, it's like, oh, wow, I kind of went from A to B. And, if I hadn't said yes, if I hadn't said yes to that, gosh, I'd be kicking myself. I'd never forgive myself, because actually, look what's come from this. So there's definitely something here that you might not normally accept, or you could talk yourself out of. Anyway, whatever this is, keep us posted. Tons of love. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Oh, okay, there is your card. You have the Queen of Innocence. You have Berkana. You have Moonbathe in Hope. Oh, this is lovely. And you have the moon. Isn't that stunning? Okay. Berkana is about a whole new chapter of life unfolding. It's not even just the new chapter, the next chapter. It's like, it's the sequel, it's the next book. That's gorgeous. And look at the moon. Look at the way she is literally bathed in moonlight. Gosh, wow. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous energy. You have adventure. Oh, I think there is a whole new adventure opening up for you in some way, shape or form, my beautiful Pile 3. Let's find out, what is the immediate message you need to hear today? What is Spirit wanting to say to you? And we will look at the next 7 days. You have Elephant, Community persevere. I hear elephants never forget as well. There's a whole new adventure unfolding for you. Queen of Innocence. Are you returning to your innocence? Are you stepping into a space of purity? Or are you innocent because you didn't do anything wrong? What is the message around this? Let's draw your tarot cards and get more information for you, my beautiful souls. I'm going to see this one, I think. Let's just shuffle a little bit more for you. I see this one. These. That one there. So seeing this one here. And that one there. I feel like your cards are really almost like peeping out of the pack. That's what it feels like, actually. It's this one. What are you peeping out of? What are you coming out of? Okay. We have Five of Cups. Look at the beautiful sun rays coming down, and yet our sort of sun up here looks a little bit not exactly grumpy. Okay, we have Moonbathe in Hope, Four of Pentacles as well. So Five of Cups, Four of Pentacles, and Three of Cups. Okay, we've then got the Devil. We've then got Temperance. Oh, you've got big cards. You've got the World. You have the Page of Wands. You have got big cards. You've got Justice, Four of Cups, and you've got the Nine of Pentacles. Look at her in Hollywood over here with the Hollywood sign going out. This is gorgeous. Okay, right. I am quite excited for you. I will be really honest, my beautiful pile threes. Let me bring these down because we're going to draw more cards. We'll put a row in the middle as well. I am actually really excited for you because I think you are literally on the verge of a massively new adventure. It's like the next stage of your journey. The next, and this feels really quite big. I think you've had to pick up quite a lot of pieces, if I'm truly honest. I think some of you have had to preserve your finances as well. Maybe you couldn't set forth and do a lot because you've had to navigate, financial stuff. But I do actually feel that I almost feel like the universe itself is coming back into balance. Like the planets are realigning in your favour. That's what this feels like. It's like justice will be served. Whereas you've been having to sort of wait, or you've, whether there have been emotional disappointments or stuff that you've been processing. And big stuff with the elephant here, big stuff, just life happenings, you've had to preserve, to be thoughtful, to be careful. I'm not saying you should suddenly rush out in the world and not be careful. Some of you could have been dealing with any kind of an addiction or something. But basically, the world is coming back into balance. And that is what your reading is saying. And that's your first message from Spirit. If you have been feeling like you've been running on empty, you've been giving and giving and giving, but somehow it's almost as if you haven't been getting back what you've been putting into the world. You're someone who's been giving and giving. You've held your purity, you've held your innocence. But you might be one of those people, and I think we probably all have days like this, when you just get to the point and you think, come on, universe. It's like, when is it my turn? I have been giving, I have been supporting. When am I going to get people who come back in and support me? When is this going to change? And I think this is going to change. This is what your message is about. Your first message is what you have been putting out is going to come back to you. See, there's like this reflection here. So what you have given will be returned. Even with the owl, we have half an owl here, not a whole one, we have half a one. What you've given will be returned. What you've put into the world is to come back to you. And that means that you are in a place where I think you're going to start to see almost like the universe responding, stuff coming through for you. So whereas, I mean, it's really interesting, even with the Four of Cups, where it feels like something could be stuck, like your choices have been limited. You know, this almost looks like a bottle of champagne coming in and being handed to you. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Now, if I read this card intuitively, it's almost like, it's like your ship comes in. Justice will be served. Things are coming back into balance. This is your first message. Now, of course, what will be really interesting is to find out about the week ahead. How is this panning out? Moonbathe in hope. You're to be given, I wonder if you're to be given some very specific situations, circumstances that that almost demonstrate to you that the world is now coming back into balance. Because the Three of Cups, this is like hanging out with your besties. And I'm seeing them, look at them toasting. They've got a glass of wine. It's like you're being toasted. You're being celebrated. The Nine of Pentacles, this is almost like I'm seeing you on vacation or reaching stardom or being celebrated. Yeah, if you've worked at something and but it hasn't quite taken off, I think it could take off. There's something here that is really, something comes back to you. There's so much light in this card. And this is a whole new adventure for you. There's a whole new world opening up. So that's your primary message. It's like almost like reassurance. Your perseverance has paid off. This could be being seen within your community, especially as well with the Three of Cups. But let's ask for information about the week ahead. How is this panning out for my pile threes? Okay, we have the Chariot. Okay, yeah, I think something moves forwards this week. Interesting, somebody with binoculars on. But how fascinating, they're leaning into the carriage of a train and looking at, this is Alice in Wonderland, and looking at Alice, looking at something. Maybe you do get seen. I'm seeing these two, and these two. Okay, we have the Five of Peppermills. This is the Five of Wands. We've got the Star. This is all about hope. Hope coming through again. Let me move these down. Moonbathe in hope. We have, for you, we have the Page of Peppermills. This is the Page of Wands. We have the Two of Swords. We have the King of Swords. And we have the Hermit. He's coming out, this little dormouse coming out of the teapot. I think that's rather gorgeous. Yeah, you can come out in some way. Gosh, if there's anything, truly, if there's anything in your world where you haven't felt that you could come out and be visible, that's the new adventure. Like coming out, being your pure and amazing self. You can come out and be seen. You can move, you're able to move forwards here. Now the specifics, let's get a little bit more specific. Even in an environment that it could be, where there could be a degree of competition, or a time when previously you would have felt that it would be the wrong choice to be visible, or the wrong, or even if you've tried to be visible but you couldn't, or you tried to get something off the ground. But however we look at it, this is to do with timing. It's divine timing. The next chapter of your life is unfolding, and you can be you. You're no longer half a person. You're no longer almost like hiding in the shadows. You are, let's say half a person. That's wrong, but half of the owl here. You're no longer having to hide in the shadows. You can literally be. You can be out there. You can be seen. You can be who you are. There's no longer a conflict around being you, being visible. This is very, very interesting. This is a whole new chapter of your life unfolding, where a whole new chapter, a whole new adventure, where you can be large as life. So however you are like out there, in the community, in friendship groups, whether you're very visible online. And it is to do with the world coming back into balance. This is almost something your hard work pays off. The universe comes back into balance. Something that would have been difficult for you, you can now rise like I'm seeing like a griffin here, but it reminds me of I almost wanted to say rise like the phoenix from the ashes. I'm going to get even more information for you. May I kindly ask, something moves forward with the Chariot this week. Maybe you get spotted. If this is to do with your career, you've been putting it out there, but it just you haven't been visible. Then maybe you get spotted by somebody and it comes forward. If you have felt as though you can't be fully yourself, then something occurs that enables you to feel that you can come out of the closet on something. You can say who you are. You don't have to be fearful. Look at this. We have the Three of Cups showing up again. I think you're going to be celebrated in some way. There's a celebration coming in. We have the Queen of Wands. She's the Queen of Transformation. She's very empowered. Yeah, you're going to be celebrated in some way. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel turns. The wheel is turning in your favour. That's what your message is about. Something happens this week that is celebrated. So something you have been either wanting to do or trying to do, or like if you are waiting to be spotted, if you were an actor or you're a singer, this would be where you get that audition, and you are not only seen but they love you. It's this kind of stuff. If you're an artist, you've been sending stuff to different galleries. It's like the top gallery that you really wanted writes to you and says, we love your work. We want you, we're giving you visibility. Yeah, we've got the Death card. This is so transformational. This is the death and rebirth. This is going to transform your life, hence the new chapter. Yeah, and we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Oysters. This is literally, it's like someone, for some of you, literally someone knocks on your door. But this is opportunity knocking. This is abundance knocking on your door. This is visibility. It's abundance is perhaps the wrong word, but it's success. It's joy. It's celebration. Something is coming this week that will cause you to be celebrated. I feel we should have one more card here that will cause you to be celebrated. And there is your card. The High Priestess. I said divine timing is involved here. And look at this beautiful little Alice sitting here with an opening. You're going to be given an opening. That is what's happening this week. You're spotted. You're given an opening. Somebody sends you, and this is a whole new chapter, a whole new book, whatever that next chapter of your life is. What is also interesting as this person knocks on your door, or indeed you are noticed, you're visible, you're seen, this opportunity comes in, it just fills you with hope and optimism for the future, because you kind of know this is a magical opportunity. And I think for some of you there'll be collaboration. So this is like, you'll have a team behind you. You'll have people working with you. And this is the new adventure. You're going to be seen. You've got people on side. It's so whatever has been holding you back, a lack of something, this shifts this completely. Pile 3, this is your reading. I'm ever so excited. Please let me know in the comments as the week pans out how this emerges. You may already know, but wow, it's really transformational. It really, really is. So beautiful souls, thank you for being here. Thank you all of you who've been checking out my tarot course. It's very different to most courses. We do look at all the core interpretations, the meanings, the traditional meanings, but it is so much more. I'm really integrating my sort of counselling, therapy work, soul evolution, shamanic work. All these things are coming into this. It's a massive course. It's why it's still in production. Do check it out, because in honour of my mum passing, it is at half price, just for a little while. But that offer will close fairly soon. So keep an eye on it. If that's something you're interested in, do check it out and jump on board while you can, at that discount. Beautiful souls, tons of love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing and doing all the things that you do that support the channel. And thank you also for your support of me. I feel unbelievably honoured and gifted to be connected with you all. Tons of love.